Hey everybody, welcome back. So, are you bored? I think you might be bored. A lot of people are talking to me saying, "Oh, I'm so bored." You should be pretty used to this by now. But still, people are saying it. They're saying they're bored. They're saying they're gaining weight. They're saying they're drinking a lot more. And I know that some of it is we're joking, right? But some of it's not. Some of it is people are genuinely bored and they don't know what to do at home, which I think there's two kind of people on the earth right now. Those that are bored and those that are not, and those that are taking advantage of this situation. That sounds bad the way I say it. What I mean is those that understand that there's nothing you can do about the larger picture, right? About the global pandemic. You can stay safe, right? You can do that. You can take care of your family. You can do that. And then because you're at home, you can do all these things that you never had time to do before. You're no longer driving to work, right? So you have that time to spend with family, with well, not with friends, but if you're doing a video conference, sure. But the way I see it is we can't stop, we can't fix what's happened. We can try to stay safe and then we can make the best out of it, right? There's so many things you can do that I've started to do, and I would really like to hear from your life. And for me, that there's a ton of stuff, right? So I think the first thing for me was to come to a mental state where I said, okay, there's nothing I can do. My head's itchy, but I don't want to touch it on video because the rules don't touch your face, right? I'm getting a lot better at that, but still not quite there yet. So first thing we want to do is stay calm and realize that, okay, I'm safe. Even if you do get it, it's probably not going to be too bad, but let's just not get it. Let's try to stay as safe as possible. Yes, it's serious. Yes, it's not good out there, but let's just do what we can, right? Let's try to make this situation work for us. Let's not be a victim, right? That's the big thing, right? Is I hate being a victim. I hate being in a situation where I feel helpless, where I'm not in control. And so I think that what we want to do is let's take control as much as we can. If you've lost your job, if you've lost your business, that's going to be much more difficult. And I don't mean to make that sound like a small problem, because it's not. And I would take that very seriously. And I hope you can get back on track as quickly as possible. You're not alone in that adventure. So that's one thing I want to be clear on. But for those of us that are still working, for those of us that are working from home, there's a lot of things we can do right now that are going to make our lives better. Not only now, as far as our immediate situation, our mental state, but it's going to set us up for future success as well. These are some of the things that I'm doing. I'd love to hear from you. So first one, I mentioned stay calm, get our heads in the right space, stop doing the things that burn our time. So right now, a lot of people are just burning time. I hate that expression. It gives me an allergic reaction when people say, oh, I'm just killing time, just burning time. That's the most valuable commodity that we have. And as you get older, you start to realize that more and more. You start to realize, geez, as a kid, I had all that free time and I could have been doing this and that. And yeah, I was having fun, but time is your most valuable thing, possession that you have, right? So now we have some time. Now you're not driving to work. You're not having to go do the things that you used to do when you left the house. So whatever that is, right? For me, I'd go to the pub with friends, I'd have a beer. That's 4 hours, no problem. Now I have 4 hours to go read a book, learn a language, whatever, right? So let's first stop doing the things that kill time that we do within our house, right? That would be perhaps binging on Netflix. I'm guilty of that as well. Now, I still watch it every once in a while. So like a Friday night or a Saturday night or something, I might have a beer. I might sit down with the family. We might watch a show. Sure, that's fine. But I think a lot of us are logging a lot of Netflix hours right now. And it's enjoyable to a certain extent, but think of all the things you could be doing with that time, right? And I know the other problem is many of us are short attention span people now because of social media and everything else. So for me, what I will do is I'll work really hard for about an hour. I'll have a goal of I have to finish this thing, whatever it is. And then I'll take a little break. I'll go make something to eat. I might check my email or, check Twitter or whatever it is that you like to do that gives you that little dopamine boost, right? And then I'll get back at it. So, because it's hard to concentrate, I find, for us now on longer lengths of time. That's just because we have so many things going on at the same time. So let's reduce the Netflix a little bit. Let's stay off social media a little bit more, right? Well, except for my YouTube channel. Feel free to watch that at any time, right? Yeah, I'm just kidding. So, but yeah, I think that social media is kind of dangerous in a way. And the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing that it's all about the dopamine payload there. And it's kind of like I'm going through and you get the likes or you get the comments and you get that self-gratification of, oh yeah, what I said is important. No, it's really not that much, right? It's just that, maybe the people want, it's this back and forth volleyball game of social media. And at the end of the day, what are you getting out of it, right? It's not a lot, not a lot. So you got to shut that down for a little while if you're going to be productive, right? Shut it down, go back to it later tonight. Those people will still be there doing their Twitter stuff. So shut it down for a while, go get your stuff done first. And so you're not getting distracted and you'll have better results that way. Try it out, see what happens for you. So some other ideas you could do is study. Like how many things could you learn that you want to learn that you haven't been able to learn because you don't have time, right? Like a language might be a great idea. So many things, right? For me, I bought a little electronic thing. I was trying to put it together. I want to learn how to solder the wires together better and all that stuff. So, there's lots of stuff. How to ski better, how to run better, how to, whatever you do that you like doing, you could do it better and learn how to do that. So if it's not something new, maybe it's just how to do whatever you like better, right? So that's something. Maybe you're going to work out more, get more healthy. I'm working out a little bit, not huge workouts, but these little home body weight exercises pretty much every day. I skip the occasional day. So probably I would say 5 to 6 out of 7 days doing something, right? Hitting some major part of my body with either some cardio or some body weights. I've got some weights that I have around the house and do a little bit of that. So, hey, maybe you make a routine with that. And I would recommend that you actually draw up a routine and a schedule. Otherwise, if you have this kind of relaxed lifestyle right now, that will deteriorate, I find, for most people. So you've got to build the discipline in. And the way to build discipline in, oh, man, I got new wheels for my chair, and it keeps moving. I got to show it to you. I'm so proud. So check these bad boys out. I know. Isn't that cool? Anyways, I had to show you that. So how you build discipline in is by formalizing your schedule and your plan and saying, this is what I'm going to deliver. I need to get that done today. How am I going to do it? This is my schedule. And with a workout, that's a really good way to do it. Say I'm going to do, what is it? Like 3 reps of 12, this exercise, and then I'm going to move to that one, and then I'm done, right? Like whatever works for you. But I would have some formalization to it. Otherwise, you're going to get over there, you're going to do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, and I'm done because I'm tired. Woo, that was tough, right? Sure, maybe the first week or two, you do some of that, and you have a very small workout to get into it. But then you want to continually build off of that and not arbitrarily quit, right? You want it to be difficult. But, if you're just starting out, of course, just take it easy and slowly ease into it. But what I'm saying is you don't want to just arbitrarily quit, right? You want to have some sort of formalized plan there. And that'll work out better. All right, so what else can you do? Gardening. I've started gardening now. Later in the day when the sun's starting to go down a little bit, it's not too hot out there, I get out there and starting to grow some stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'll show you as soon as we get some stuff come out of the dirt. And peas, beans, tomatoes, that sort of stuff works for me in this climate. You can clean up the house. That's another thing. So every day now, part of my mission, part of my routine, and that's really important, right? You want to have a routine. I think that helps us a lot as humans to have that routine. That's why we're all screwed up now, because we're working from home, and that going to work was our routine, and now that's gone. So you got to replace it with a new routine, and you need to have the discipline to build that, right? So part of my routine now is I have this mission because I hate clutter. I'm not OCD, but I just hate. I shouldn't say that, as my background is all that gear, right? It's kind of like my gear room office. But I don't like debris. I guess that's it, and things that are disorganized. So I'm continually rearranging this office, and then all the stuff that you can't see that's in those other rooms of my house is there's a lot of junk, that trash or things I don't need anymore, and I want to get it out of here, right? This is my chance, because I'm at home so much now, to clean up my mess. Before I had a good excuse, I wasn't here, but now I don't have any excuses. So that's part of my daily routine. The other thing that I'm doing right now, and I work a little bit better, right? Gives me a little more space. I'm chucking stuff out and just redoing. I thought about painting it. I replaced those ceiling tiles right there. You could tell that they were all discolored before, because the bathrooms of this house, I've got 2 bathrooms right there. So if you hear, don't tell anybody. You can learn a language, right? That's one of the things that I'd really like to do, and I'm terrible at them. So there's a bunch of really good online learning programs that you can do, and so I'd advise you check those out. A lot of them are free to start, at least. So there's that to check out. Languages are great, and I think if you want to travel after this travel ban is over, and having a little bit of that language under your belt is going to make your holiday so much better, right? If you're going to Paris and you have a little French, right? Ooh, man, that's going to be just so much better, right? You learn a little German, and then maybe you want to go to Berlin or Nuremberg or something like that. It's just going to be such a better experience. So check that out. Even if you learn 10 words, right? It's going to help you. So you can check that out. Maybe you want to read a book. And I know reading a book is so weird now. I mean, we listen to podcasts and audiobooks, and I used to do that a lot in the car. But now I'm no longer in the car, so I can actually read a real book, which is kind of nice. I like the tactile feel of a book. So that's actually quite pleasurable for me on multiple levels. So, maybe you can find a nice book in your house that you haven't finished yet. Check that out. The other big one for me, and this really is focused on those of you that are still working and working from home, like I am. And so the big thing here is simply do more work. Now, I know that sounds a little weird, right? Well, why would I say do more work? Because you can, right? We're living in a world now where there's a record number of people on unemployment because they got laid off. So that kind of dictates that we're living in an environment that's highly competitive now for jobs, right? If you are currently employed, good for you, right? That's good. Let's keep it that way by outperforming everybody else. Let's keep it that way by doing more work better, right? I think that's probably not a bad strategy for most of us. And even if you feel you are very comfortable in your position and you have nothing to lose, I would say wait a month or two, right? There's no harm in just stepping it up a level, right? And I think that that's what I recommend everybody do. And there's a lot of benefits to that too, right? And let's say you're not at risk and you're totally fine in your role in your company, and you just step it up a notch. Maybe you're going to line yourself up for a promotion, right? There's a lot of reasons why you'd want to do that. And I think this is a great opportunity, because not only will it give you the benefits of job security, the possible opportunity of a promotion down the road, but it will also kind of help put you in that frame of mind, that more of a, I'm attacking this problem. I'm running at this problem. I'm not the victim, right? You're putting more energy into an area that could potentially have issues. So you're investing in that. I think that from a mental standpoint, is that the right way to say that? I think from a mental health standpoint, for me anyway, that's what I like to do, right? So think about it. Improve your diet. So I know many of you will be buying whatever food you can find. Maybe it's not your favorite, and that could be problematic. So I get that. But wherever possible, maybe we can change our diet a little bit, and maybe we eat less, which would be ideal right now. Not only is it going to help reduce your food costs, because food costs more right now, but it's probably going to improve your health. And, it's going to allow you to have more food in your house longer, so you go out less. I know most of us, there's a joke I saw on the internet where someone put a sign in their fridge, and it said, "What are you doing? You're not hungry, you're bored." So, it's kind of funny. Again, we should not be bored right now. There's so many things you can do. But I know when we kind of feel bored, and myself included, I walk upstairs, I go to the kitchen, I open the fridge, and I just stare inside of it, hoping I'm going to find something that will pique my interest that I can start to eat. And I have to touch my face again. Oh, that feels better. It's terrible. Terrible. I never thought about touching my face before this. Anyway, so there's that. Improve your diet, new healthy habits. So whatever that may be, maybe you do some yoga, maybe you do some stretching. For me, I'm trying to get more sleep, so I'm trying to go to bed a little earlier so I can wake up a little earlier. I'm waking up earlier and earlier now, it seems like, which is kind of natural going into the summer. We get more sunshine where I live, so that's fine. But I'm not quite getting enough sleep for me to feel fully rested. So that's one of the things I'm trying to do. You may be like drink more water, eat more bran. I don't know, but there's lots of opportunities there. I would recommend keep a record, keep a journal of how you're doing. If you write it down, you're going to do so much better. And the big one, the final big one that I would recommend everybody think about is make a list of what you want to accomplish. Make a plan. What is your pandemic plan, right? And a lot of that's going to be stay safe, look after my family if you've got one, call grandma, grandpa, if they're there, do those sort of things that are, that everybody's doing. But what's your individual specific plan? What are you doing to improve the situation? And it could be any of those things I just listed. Maybe it's a bunch of things that you have that are specific to you that I didn't list. And if they are, I'd love to hear about them so that maybe I can try them. So that's it for today. Hopefully that list of things helped you to become less bored. And yeah, if you're still bored, let me know. And we'll try to find things for you to do to become less bored and help you out. And if you've got ideas, let me know. If you like this video, please like it down below. If you want to hear about new videos that I'm doing, please subscribe down below. I think it's right around there somewhere. There's a little bell you can click as well, which will alert you to any of my new videos. So with that, thanks a lot. Safe travels.